Gets forced to change my tire. Nuclearrevenge. You, Chuck It Bucket 007 dispatcher refuses to send van in for maintenance. Gets forced to change my tire while I enjoy dinner on company time. Hey all. So this is my first story on here that is squarely just a revenge. I honestly think it's a bit more pro than petty, but not really critical enough to go full nuclear, so here I am. This story is one of how a lowly delivery driver got to royally irk a dispatcher, waste his time, get 4 hours of overtime, meal paid for, and a free beer. TLDR below for your pleasure. So I was a driver for a little company that rhymes with Slamazon. I had been there for several months by this point and had developed a reputation of being very anal about vehicle maintenance. We aren't talking like washing them or whatnot, but cleaning out urine bottles, fixing broken wiper blades, installing lights to replace the burnout ones, or other stuff that would indicate you actually remotely care for your driver's well-being. Seriously guys, I had a van once with no working lights of any kind, and the passenger side door fell off its hinges right in front of my dispatchers, and they still sent me out. Needless to say, some trips were better than others, but this particular time, well, it was a doozy. You see, friends, I was considered a problem driver by some for being obsessed with vehicles being kept road legal. I had not caused any issues other than this. We had dispatchers that were promoted up after a month, and after hitting mailboxes, cars, and other kinds of insanity, but I was always skipped over. This naturally irked me to no end, and I was looking for better within 6 months of starting. I was there for nearly 2 years. Naturally, all my requests for the essential equipment and urine bottle removal was denied. So I'd buy bulbs for my van, and pull them out after my route was done so I could put them into the next one the next day, and I chucked piss bottles out on the record. Kinda gross, but better than smelling it in the hot Georgia sun in the middle of summer in a van with sometimes working AC. This nonsense continued for the entirety of my time there, of course. This event, however, was the first of many times I decided to get back at the dispatchers for messing with my routes, and giving me the worst vans, and so on. You see, this van had the lights that were bad, broken AC, shook like mad, squeaked, smelled like piss, and musty taco farts. Door didn't properly lock so anybody could have stole packages from it. And not much could be done. And to top this all off, 4 bad tires, like metal bands exposed, and one bulging out in its death throes. The whole day, I babied this van as best I could, putting air in the tire a few times, and just barely finished my route with some daylight to spare. So, 10 hours on the road down, and an hour and a half back to the distribution center. I get underway, and get about halfway before I felt the telltale shake of a tire going out. Well shit, here we go, I say to myself, and scan my surroundings. I am on the interstate, and not very far from an off-ramp. So with what little tire I have left, I limp off the ramp into a parking lot which is right next to an Applebee's. Perfect luck, all things considered. I call dispatch, and give my exact location, and tell them what happened. The conversation goes as thus. Me, Chuck It Bucket 007, hello, again guys. Dipfuck dipshit dispatcher, that's it. Me, hey, I got a flat over here at my location. Dipfuck, what? How? Me, because you sent me out in a van that needed tires. Dipfuck, fine, whatever, everyone has gone home, so you are gonna have to wait till I get there. Me, sure, that's fine, I'll stay clocked in, then. Dipfuck, you finished your route, so I don't see why you would be on the clock. Me, because I am still in command of this vehicle, I have the keys, and if you want me to give it back, you are going to keep me on the clock. I had called the company HR, and explained everything before I called dispatcher, and they ensured me that my time would be recorded. Dipfuck, fine, I have things to do tonight, so we gotta hurry up. Perfect. Time to screw with this guy. After giving him extremely vague directions while I enjoy a steak, meal, and a large beer, on the clock, and no fucks given anymore, he finally finds it. I go out there, and see that he has brought the smallest, saddest, most not suitable for the task jack in the center. Me well get to it, you made me leave with this van, and you can change the tire. Dip fuck nah. You were driving it and I interject. Me drivers are not allowed by company policy to perform repairs to the van. He had yelled at me previously for doing this with the bulbs only dispatch. Management, maintenance, and the repair shop can repair the van. So I walk away to finish my meal, while he tries to fix this flat with a jack barely able to lift the front of the vehicle, and needed bricks and other items to even go high enough. In total, I wasted 4 hours of his time, cost him time to smoke up, and he missed the game that he apparently had money on. I got my meal effectively for free with the hefty overtime I got that week. And as an extra smackdown, corporate came in and fired the manager, assistant manager, and this particular dispatcher for failure to maintain the vehicle's DOT standards and for mismanaging the DSP delivery service provider. After my lovely chat with HR during the incident, I showed them the text messages and some of the recorded audio I had taken of dispatcher being a general douche-canoe. A week later, and we had a temp management comprised of corporate operations that would oversee the vans getting replaced with less shitty ones, training new management, and of course, giving training on what to do if you have a vehicle fail like that, and granting drivers some maintenance permissions. TLDR, make me drive a van that is unfit for service? I will enjoy a hot meal, overtime, all while you have to fix the flat and you still get fired. Smiley face. Edit on mobile, so pardon the grammar and sentence structure. Edit 2. Holy crap, guys. I did not expect to have so many of you take the time to read this. Thank you so much. Edit 3. I have stories about my time at Blockbuster, Walmart, HP, Annie Ann's, Slamazon, an Italian restaurant as a delivery driver, and plenty others that I would be happy to share. Feel free to ask. Edit 4. TLDR hopefully is a bit more accurate now. Also, thanks for the silver, whoever you are.